The Little Mermaid. Once upon a time in a kingdom underwater there lived a sea king in a beautiful castle with his 5 daughters. The youngest was the Little Mermaid, who had a beautiful voice. Little Mermaid was the most curious. She frolicked in and out of sinking ships, and often startled the big and small and fat and thin fish living in them. Little Mermaid loved collecting what she called human treasure. She had never seen humans but was drawn to them. Her father thought otherwise. He always said that human is bad and dangerous. The 5 sisters would often swim up to the seashore and observe life on the land. One day, when the Little Mermaid was on the seashore, it suddenly started to rain. A handsome prince was sailing on a boat with his men. As the large waves splashed onto the boat, the prince was thrown off the boat. The Little Mermaid dove into the sea and rescued him. However, the prince lay still. She sat next to him and started singing. He soon regained consciousness. Just then, the Little Mermaid saw some girls coming to the shore and quickly hid. After a few days, the Little Mermaid wanted to see the prince again. However, she could not go in her mermaid form. So, she went to see her grandmother. The grandmother told her to visit the sea witch. The witch said that she would grant her the wish only if she gave her voice to the witch. The Little Mermaid sadly gave her voice to the witch in exchange for human legs. As soon as Little Mermaid landed on the coast, she spotted a large sail. She then set out to look for the prince. As Little Mermaid walked ahead, she came upon a port where several ships were drawn. She saw many humans were there and got a glimpse of Prince. Little Mermaid was sad to see the prince with someone else and getting married to her. She wanted to back home to her family, so she walked back to the coast. But then she realized she couldn't return because she was no longer a mermaid. Suddenly she saw her sister bouncing up and down in the sea.
"We were looking for you all day."
A whale living near Witch's Cave told us what had happened.
"Are you all right?"
they asked. Her sisters said that they would get help and ask her to meet them at the same location the next night. Little Mermaid waited the entire day for her sisters. That night when her sisters arrived, she saw that their long hair gone, they now have short hair. Little Mermaid thought her own hair and pointing at it and gesturing to ask what happened to theirs.
"We traded our hair with the witch for this portion,"
answered one of the sisters.
"It will turn you back into a mermaid and you get your voice too,"
she added. Little Mermaid drank the potion and turned into a mermaid. They happily returned to the kingdom under the sea, and they lived happy life ever after.